Back where we started. The summer I turned pretty. Series finale. I might be something of a night owl, but on Wednesdays I'm in bed by 3 p.m. Not to sleep, of course, since my assignments won't do themselves, but to watch the week's new episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty. On those days, I call my mom as I trek from the Allen Building back to Eden's, where I slip on my pajamas and struggle to hit play at the exact same time as someone over 500 miles away. The show, which is based on Jenny Han's book series of the same name, follows Isabel Conklin's relationship with brothers Conrad and Jeremiah Fisher, with whom she spent her childhood summers at their house in Cousins Beach. As she starts receiving romantic attention from both of them, she attempts to work through her feelings for each brother, most of the time in egregiously messy ways. I read the books prior to watching the show, so it's been comically enjoyable to watch my mom react to Belly's questionable decisions. But the last 3 episodes launched me into uncharted territory as the final book in the series. We'll Always Have Summer sums up Belly's time abroad in just a few pages. Meanwhile, the Prime Video series elaborates on the post-wedding plot, inventing new friends, jobs and obstacles for Belly to navigate as part of her Paris experience. In some ways, this added content made the season's pacing feel off-kilter. Looking back, early episodes lingered almost too tediously on wedding preparations, giving them the sense of filler content, while the series finale ambitiously packed in resolutions for 9 different main characters. As a result, certain character arcs felt shaky. While I thought the season developed Conrad's increasing comfort with vulnerability masterfully, I found myself frustrated at Belly making her same old mistakes for 10.5 episodes straight, almost seeming to regress in her character development until the very end of the finale. As far as the finale itself went, The Summer I Turned Pretty didn't disappoint. In fact, it saved the season, primarily by bringing us back to where we started. Every character, even Jeremiah, which says a lot, gets the redemption fitting for any series wrap-up, as well as an optimistic storyline that will extend beyond the scope of the show. Not only is this standard for a classic happy ending, but it restores each character's likability to that of the beginning of the series. We make amends with even the villains of this story, and they make amends with their fellow characters. The finale also signifies a long-awaited achievement for Belly, breaking away from the life she's grown comfortable with and learning to adjust to new environments. As we see through an episode 10 flashback to a conversation with Susanna, young Belly has no desire to breach her comfort zone and see the world. Instead, she's perfectly content to stay at the summer house, surrounded by the people she knows and loves, for as long as she can. Even in episodes 9 and 10, Belly struggles to find her footing in Paris, as is expected with anyone who's spent the majority of their life in a bubble. But by the final episode, we see our protagonist speaking fluent French, attending a birthday party full of the friends she's made abroad, and cutting her hair to reflect newfound development and maturity. Yet, at her core, Belly is the same as she was at the start of the series. And similarly, she still wants many of the same things, despite the need she feels to escape the past. Throughout her time in Paris, she tries everything to reinvent herself. But in reality, she only needs to get back to the start. Such is her revelation at the end of the final episode, when she looks at an old picture of herself and decides to stop fighting her desires. "I have brown hair and brown eyes," she declares, realizing that she knows herself well enough to know what she wants. "And I will always love Conrad Fisher." These parallel themes of growth and consistency are what resonate with me most. Many of us, having read the books in middle or high school, feel as if we have grown up alongside Belly. The Summer I Turned Pretty is, after all, a story based on connection, not just romantic but platonic and familial. Belly's enduring friendship with Taylor, even while meeting new people in Paris, reminded me of the importance of lasting female friendships. And after the finale, I found myself texting the girls I'd watched season 1 with in 2022, though we hadn't spoken in a while. Watching Belly's changing relationship with her mother, particularly over the course of this final season, made me feel grateful for the show as a way to spend time with my mom, even over large distances. The final shot of the series shows Belly and Conrad in front of the summer house, the camera panning outward to the nostalgic tune of Phoebe Bridgers' Scott Street. The song's repeating lyric is a message both to the fans and between the fans who have built a connection over the series. "Anyway, don't be a stranger." Please like, comment, share and subscribe my channel.